Welcome to A Slice with Dice, a place for honest conversations about the realities of education. I'm Corey Alderdice, Executive Director of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I've spent nearly 2 decades navigating the joys, challenges, and unexpected moments that come with leading schools. Each week, I'll share what works, what doesn't, and everything in between when it comes to igniting the full potential of our communities. I'm excited to share this journey with you, so let's get started. When you get on the wrong train, what do? Well, according to a Japanese proverb, you should get off at the very next station. The reason? Because the longer it takes to realize you're headed in the wrong direction, the more expensive and complicated the return trip becomes. With that thought in mind, we're unpacking this insightful proverb and exploring how it applies specifically to students and their choices around extracurricular activities. Now, as students navigate high school, it's natural and encouraged to explore different interests and opportunities. Freshmen might find themselves joining numerous clubs, trying out for sports teams, volunteering here and there, and even dipping their toes into artistic endeavors. At this stage, the goal is simple. Discover your passions, find your talents, and uncover what truly excites you. But as students journey deeper into their high school years, a shift begins to occur. Colleges increasingly emphasize quality over quantity. Admissions officers aren't looking for students who have superficially participated in a dozen activities. They're interested in applicants who have genuinely invested themselves, shown meaningful commitment, and perhaps even demonstrated leadership or significant achievements in fewer areas. Here's where the train analogy becomes particularly powerful. Let's say a student joins the debate team freshman year because it sounded exciting, challenging, and perhaps a bit prestigious. They attend practices, compete in some tournaments, but by sophomore year, the thrill has faded. Their heart isn't in it, and frankly, they dread going to practice. Despite feeling unfulfilled, they stay on, maybe out of a sense of obligation, a fear of disappointing parents, or a misguided belief that sticking with it looks better to colleges. But here's the truth. Staying involved in something you're not passionate about drains valuable time and energy. That time could be better invested elsewhere in something you genuinely love or excel at. The decision to step away can be tough, especially when you've already put in considerable effort. But remember our proverb, the longer you stay on the wrong train, the more costly and complicated the return trip becomes. Think of it this way. Every hour spent reluctantly attending debate practice could have been used mastering photography, organizing a meaningful community service project, or becoming fluent in a second language. Admissions officers want to see depth, growth, and genuine interest. They're not tallying up activities, they are evaluating how deeply you've engaged with and contributed to the areas that truly matter to you. But let's pause here and acknowledge something critical. Quitting isn't inherently negative. It doesn't necessarily mean giving up. Rather, it's about strategically reallocating your time and efforts. That ability to step back and reevaluate your commitments is actually a powerful decision-making skill. Knowing when to retreat allows you to focus, sharpen your skills, and ultimately become a stronger candidate, and more importantly, a happier and more fulfilled individual. Still, the decision isn't always straightforward. How do you know when to push through challenges or discomfort because it's part of growth versus recognizing that something genuinely isn't a good fit? And this is where reflection and honesty come into play. Ask yourself why you initially joined an activity. What drew you to it? Has that initial excitement vanished permanently, or are you simply hitting a temporary roadblock? Talk to mentors, parents, or trusted teachers who can offer perspective. Sometimes pushing through can indeed lead to incredible personal growth. And other times, stepping away can liberate you to pursue passions that genuinely resonate. Consider this story. A student named Maya spent her freshman year volunteering sporadically across multiple community service projects. By sophomore year, she realized her scattered commitments felt disconnected. And instead of continuing on multiple fronts, she chose to focus exclusively on food insecurity. She organized food drives and advocated at her school and within her community. And this focused dedication not only deepened her personal fulfillment, but stood out in her college applications. Maya had gotten off wrong multiple trains early enough to fulfill and find commitment to the right one. So to wrap up today's conversation, remember, exploring is essential, especially in early high school. Embrace new experiences, say yes to opportunities, and discover what lights you up. But as you advance, remember that strategic quitting isn't about failure. It's about refining your direction. Getting off the wrong train isn't an admission of defeat. It's a sign of clarity, maturity, and thoughtful decision-making. Colleges appreciate authenticity, depth, and genuine commitment far more than they do a lengthy, superficial list of activities. So if you find yourself riding the wrong train, don't hesitate. Step off at the next station. The sooner you do, the sooner you'll find yourself on the right path. One that leads not just to college admission success, but to genuine passion and personal fulfillment. A Slice with Dice is a production of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I hope today's reflection sparked some thoughts for your own journey. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. Let's keep learning and leading together. Until next time, keep striving for growth and excellence. Thanks for tuning in.